So, Mike, first I want to start out by having you telling me about your upcoming fight.
We got Leonard Garcia in 2.5 weeks, so it's getting close. It's time to put the finishing touches on things and ready to battle.
Definitely. Now, you're the current WEC featherweight title holder. When you went into your fight with Uriah, were you feeling confident?
Yeah, of course. I felt good. I was in good shape, and everything was in place, and just time to go out and fight. I knew that if I performed well, I'd win. If I didn't, I'd lose. That's kind of how the game is.
How are you dealing with the pressure of, having the title and this being your first title defense? Is that stressful for you, or are you trying not to think about it? How are you working with that?
It's a little more stress, but, winning the title and stuff opens up a lot of other things and allows me to concentrate a little more on fighting. Money's a little better now and sponsors are a little better now, so I can focus more on just training and not worrying about, making money other places. So in some ways there's a little more stress, in some ways there's less stress,
Right. So what makes you the happiest about the sport?
Just the growth of it, and that I can watch fights almost every night on TV now.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be you had to wait 4 months to see a show, and it was like every UFC was like Christmas Day. You get so excited, and now now I can watch fights, almost every night of the week.
Yeah, it's awesome. Bring it on, more.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Now, what's the most difficult thing about the sport for you?
The aches and pains and the injuries and all that, that comes with it. So I'm 33, so it's I put a lot of time in, and it's rough on your body. My body's a little banged up, but it's still holding together. So that's the toughest part.
Sure. And motivation, do you find it hard to keep yourself motivated, or?
It's every fight has its own motivations, but now each fight for me now is bigger and bigger than any fight I've ever had before. So it's pretty easy to stay motivated, and I have a lot of cool fans and a lot of cool friends that really support me. So I fight for them as well.
Right. Now, you grew up in Maine. Why did you end up leaving Maine? Was it to pursue the sport?
Yeah, I came down here for training,
Mm-hmm.
I was training at the Bear in Maine with, at a place called Cheese. It's spelled like choice.
Mm-hmm.
In Portland. I trained with Jay Jackie at a place called Academy of Mixed Martial Arts. I trained at the Portland Boxing Club. And I trained down in Massachusetts at with Team Elite.
Mm-hmm.
So I was bouncing around to a bunch of places trying to put everything together. Every place had a few good guys, but if you have a couple of guys that are sick or injured or something, you don't really have much. When you got a small camp, I had great guys to work with, but I didn't have a lot of depth. So if you got some guys out, then you hurt. Down here, it was many world-class lightweights especially, so you come down here, you train, you got a couple guys sick, a couple guys injured, you still have another 5 great training partners at your weight class,
Mm-hmm. Now, when you say down here, where are you talking about? Where are you training at, and who is training you?
I train with the American Top Team down in Coconut Creek, Florida, and, I have a bunch of coaches. I have, a guy named Paumpa, his name is Marcos D'Amata, real good jiu-jitsu guy. Ricardo Laborio, Howard Davis Jr., Wally Mohammed, Daryl Golar, and Coran Silvera. That's a lot of coaches,
Yeah. So what is the game plan for the fight?
My game plan is, it's simple. I do what I do every fight, go out and swing hard, try to hurt the guy, and if it goes to the ground, try to be on top. That's the real simple stuff, I train every day with great guys, and I just work on my striking, my grounds, and my takedowns. You know, it fits any opponent. You know, if I was fighting a guy who was very one-dimensional, then I'd have a different game plan. But nowadays, at a world-class level, everybody's kind of well-rounded, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of just got to go in and fight your fight.
Can you think of, like, the craziest MMA moment that you've had?
Craziest MMA moment? I don't know. There's been a lot of them. The sport, you know, attracts a lot of crazy people.
Oh, are you talking about me?
No, I mean, like, mostly fighters, you know. Fighters are, even if you start out being kind of normal, you know, years of fighting, I think, kind of changes you and makes people a little crazy.
Right.
Let me think of something really, really bizarre. One thing that freaked me out one time, the first time I was supposed to play in Japan, I went there. It was in K1 Heroes. I showed up. I was supposed to fight a guy at 155, which is above my weight. When I arrived, they changed my opponent to a guy who was 185.
Oh my God.
It's 185.
Yeah.
And it was my first time in Japan. I was really nervous.
Right.
You know, they were really trying to force me to fight him, and I was like, no, man, I'll fight somebody else at 155, but I'm not fighting at 185.
Right.
And they were, you know, offering me more money, and they wouldn't leave me alone, and it was, you know, I didn't think I was going to make it out of Japan alive. It was a pretty weird situation. They even said, like, you know, we'll make it a gentleman's agreement, no striking, you know, so it was going to be a where not a grappling match, but MMA fight with no punches. I was like, this isn't going to fly, man. It was a pretty weird situation.
It sounds it. What should people know about Mike Brown?
I don't know, man. I'm a simple guy like everybody else. You know, I like to hang out with my buddies, and that's it. You know, there's not a lot. You know, it's what you see. You know.
Yeah, from what I've seen from you, you seem so down to earth and very likable, and that's why I wanted to interview you. You know, just got a great feeling from you, and I'm very happy for you. How would you like to wrap up the interview with something to your fans?
Thanks to, you know, American Top Team, and thanks to Champion Nutrition, and thanks to Tap Out. Those are, you know, the people that are got me where I am today, and I appreciate everything they've done.
Okay, well, I'm so glad to give you the props, and I hope you have a blast and you kick some ass.
Thank you, Penny.
You're very welcome. Have a great day, Mike. Thank you.
All right, later.
Bye.